Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted GM, Brian, welcoming you to another episode of this Dragon's Demand run-through. The run-through that just keeps on running. Episode 51. You know, this episode has been a long time in coming for one of our characters' backstories, and possibly one of the other characters, but I'm not going to say anything right out front. I'm just going to say that the ending of this episode is amazing. From a listener's perspective, from a player's perspective, and from a GM's perspective. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to get started. But obviously, before we begin, I want to remind everyone, please leave us that 5-star rating and review on whatever podcast app you listen to the show on. It really does help elevate us in the organization of certain podcasts and how they start ranking among other ones. I think we're finally starting to creep on up, man. Let us get that creep on, yo. Also, going to have a hard slinger of Your will be joining the show full time. I look forward to that. More information on that as things start breaking and coming along. But, you know, I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on this intro because it's already kind of a long episode. So let's warm up our dice and top off our glasses. Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents episode 51 of our Dragon's Demand run through. Battle on three fronts. You know, I keep writing that down. I should put it right in front of the camera so it looks seamless, but no, it's gotta look off screen.
I've never gotten that high.
I don't think we'll ever see characters under this particular DM get to that level.
In fact, I was gonna inquire, like, A, does everybody have a second character? And B, if we TPK this would probably be the end of this AP. And
oh my goodness!
Till we could kickstart it back up with new characters and a reason why they're there.
Like whole new characters?
Yeah, well, these characters, I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that, I mean, if Flint hasn't been resurrected, I don't think anybody's going to get resurrected. Like I said, that's true. You know, you guys got
I kicked around that idea about what if there was like the noble in the land sent down his son, kind of like a Paul Atreides move. So the son comes down and he'd probably be like a fighter or a paladin. And then he's got like his sword master, like a Duncan, Idaho type person who could just be like a badass fighter. And then like a wizard who's like a counselor or a cleric, you know, so like you get this group that's being sent by like the local duke, but that could be an
I mean, there's all kinds of reasons why somebody would want to investigate the mishaps in Belhaim. And I have a couple of ideas what we can do. And who knows, maybe you guys will just do what's got to be done. Or maybe this will just be addressed between Dempsey and Drosk. You know, those are the two main people right now that are toe to toe. Let's lead us in, and then we'll go from there. Ready?
Real quick, once we get started in, I'm assuming you're going to be having everyone kind of refresh like where they are in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I already know where everybody's at.
Okay.
And I will relay that to each of you individually, or as a group. You can all pick your names out. Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, and with me, the Hard Slingers.
Yeah.
Episode 51 of our Dragon's Demand run through. Let me give you guys a little bit of a breakdown here so that we know where to put your tombstones. So right now, you guys are on Old Quarry Road. Dempsey, it looks like your past is finally caught up with you, and it is your stoplight of destiny right now. You stand right in front of the individual who a while back you had fought when he was hung over, this large orc Drosk with this vine tattoo going in one ear and coming out and going down his shoulder and partially down his back, very similar to your own smaller tattoo, but his is obviously engulfing his entire left side of his body behind him. he has his retinue of 3 other half-orcs, as well as this large warlike ape that has these steel manticles about his hands. Standing right behind you, Dempsey, about 5 feet behind you, is Vallidyr, who walked up with you. Now, Stubby, you had basically circumnavigated this large field that's in front of Hunclay's Manor and the collapsed tower, and right next to the Sunset Home. It's this large field that's probably, I think I said it was 400 feet long by 200 feet wide. And you made your way around, so you're at about Dempsey's 1 o'clock, which puts you right behind these guys by about 25 feet, I think I had mentioned. And you're partially hidden, not only in the tree line, but Warren had cast invisibility upon you. Warren, you had mentioned that you were back by the bridge at the entrance of this large field.
Yeah, I don't want to be more than about 40 or 50 feet away from Dempsey and this group.
Then you'll have to close the distance.
Okay.
When it's your time.
Okay.
Let me kind of lead us into this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Dempsey, standing right in front of you, is Drosk. And he looks at you. And he says, "Don't even think about fleeing, boy. I won't chase you any longer. Instead, I'll pay a visit to your dear mother. Molly, isn't it? The poor woman has been beside herself since your daddy has been laid up with chest pains. Perhaps the woman's in need of comfort. And I'll be paying a visit to your brother as well. Like I said, you've got 2 choices. You toe the line, or you get back in line. But I won't put up with you any longer." And at that point, you and I rolled for initiative. And he came out with a 13 to your 11. But he's going to hold his turn to see what you do. "Don't make me ask again, Dempsey."
I think he looks at it, Drosk, and he's just like, "How many more have to die, Drosk? Where's this going?"
"As many as it takes, starting with your 3 lads."
And he turns and he looks and he's like looking at the tattoo, and he's just like, "It's gotten bigger. You've been busy."
"Had to cleanse the ranks, young man. Don't make me cleanse it any longer. Do your family a favor. Do your brother a favor. Join the ranks with me, and we'll leave this shithole behind and go back to making some real money. I'm tired of this. Don't make me wait. I've chased you too far, boy."
He takes and he gives one more look at his friends and the feeling that they've bolstered inside of him, the courage, and thinking about what he said about Molly, his mom. You just see the fire in his eyes, and Dempsey's gonna rage, and then Dempsey's gonna hit him.
Oh.
That's gonna be a 9. So 14.
14. You see him raise his great axe that he had between his legs and parry the blow.
Mm-hmm.
You have a second attack with that?
Bonus action.
That's gonna be a 17.
17. That's going to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yay! And I'm raging, so I get extra. Yay!
All right.
So that's gonna be 11 points of damage.
11. You see him take it. Not bad. Sorry. You see some of the blood start dripping down his cheek, and he raises his great axe and comes down with the first attack. 19 on the die. Second attack, 2 on the die. So the first one is going to hit for 10 points of damage.
And that's slashing?
Yes, it is slashing.
Yay.
And the rest of his boys stay on the line at this time, just seeing if it's going to be between you two. Now, Stubby, you were back there in the tree line and you were going to do something at the time. Now, I'll give you that chance to do your attack if you want to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack. Stabby
Sure.
is gonna attack.
Turn up your mic a little, Chris.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you. It just seemed a little soft.
Oh, I'm talking right in. Is this okay still?
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my headphones. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus action first, and I'm going to steady aim. That gives me advantage on my attack roll. So steady aim, what that means though is I cannot move. My movement speed is 0 after this. Okay. So I'm going to attack with my crossbow at Drosk.
Okay, now he's partially covered by his lackeys. I remember
Okay.
I had said that it's Drosk, then his 3 boys, and the war ape, and then
That's right.
there's Dempsey, and then Vallidyr.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for the ape instead. I'm gonna shift my target to the ape because he should be fully uncovered for me.
He is completely uncovered. You can see his back and everything.
Okay, advantage roll with my light crossbow, and that is going to be a. That, my friends, is a hard 20.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, and I get sneak attack along with that. So, okay, so
Ape? What ape? I don't see an ape.
all right, so damage. Oh, and that's crit damage as well. So hold
Okay.
on.
Doesn't your assassinate ability give you other goodies aside from crit damage?
I would have had to use assassinate on that. I didn't in this case. I held it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Look, Chris.
So crit damage should be 2d8 plus 4. Stand by.
Standing by.
2d8 plus 4.
Come on, Captain
Okay.
Calculus, get this shit out.
That's going to be a 21.
Points of damage.
21 points of damage. And
That's
then
right in the eye.
and then my sneak damage is another 7.
Shit.
That was on Drosk?
No, that was
That was on the
ape.
war.
Okay.
You heard as you let these arrows fly. Arrows, right? Multiple or just one?
No, it's crossbow, just
Oh,
one.
crossbow. And as you do that, you see your invisibility shimmer and fade. And at that point, you hear a noise behind you, Stibby. And you just hear this. Well, you should have apologized to the Baroness. As you feel this rapier attack you from behind as this other individual drops his invisibility. For a 17 on the die.
Hit.
Do I need more? 6 points, 8 points of damage as you see Heinrich pierce at you with
What?
this rapier and pull it back out. I told you you should have apologized to the Baroness when you had the time. Now, let's roll some initiative. Haha. Dempsey, you and I are going to stay in the same order that we stayed in previously. Vallidyr, are you going to engage? Actually, might not be a bad idea at this point.
Yes.
All right, let me
see.
let me roll some things out here.
I didn't think he had it in him, man.
Dude, he could barely
Heinrich,
hold that rapier,
Son of a
man.
bitch. Yeah. Slap it out of his hand.
Missing my you hit my ape so hard I can't find him.
What if that means that Arnold's around here somewhere? And who gave him invisibility? What the hell?
Yeah. Who knew he was a talented man?
Yeah, he's a 9th level sorcerer.
He's a little bitch, is what he is.
Yeah, who hides in the invisibility?
Stibby, what's your initiative?
I don't recall. Oh, I need to roll it. Sorry.
Natural 20.
Need you to-
Nine.
I just
Nine?
want to know how Heinrich was tracking Stabby while he was invisible.
Vallidyr, what's yours?
Non-natural 20.
Gloss over that.
All right. And Warren,
13.
13. So, you know, I made 2 perception checks for the noise.
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw everybody congregate on the field, that's when he knew what shit was going down. Besides, invisibility lasts for an hour. How do you know how long he's been tracking you guys for?
Oh no, I'm sure he's been tracking us.
Vallidyr, you got 20. Sorry, this is just
Yes.
going to take one moment here to get all this stuff. Warren, what's your dex?
16. I have a +3 modifier.
Okay.
I'm gonna feel really bad killing his old woodhouse ass.
No, you're not.
Yes, sir.
Stabby. Where are you at, Dempsey? You're 11. So you're gonna
20.
go 3.
I got new dice at MegaCon, guys.
It ain't gonna do you any good, dude.
And the Florida State colors too.
All those pictures and everything. Vallidyr.
Brian wants to see what we have coming up next. For
Vallidyr.
characters.
You've witnessed the engagement of Dempsey and Drosk. You've seen a crossbow bolt fire out of the tree line, strike the war ape. You hear some kind of scuffling going on in the tree line from where Stabby was at. What are you going to do?
I'm going to draw both my scimitars, move behind the line where Drosk, is that the
Drosk.
guy's name? Drosk, behind Drosk to meet the front line of his, bandits.
And imagine that the 3 orcs are from left to right, 1, 2, 3 for the half orcs, with the war ape just behind them. So if you come around on the right, you'll be right near number 3. If you go around to the left, you'll be at number 1. Just let me know which one you're going to go to.
Okay, Stebby's to the right of us, correct?
Yes.
So he's on the, okay, so I'm going to move towards the right,
Okay.
and I'm actually going to cast Earth Tremor. So,
Describe for the listeners and your GM what you're going to do with this.
okay, so I'm going to end up casting a tremor that ends up going through the ground, causing everyone to move around, and you have to actually make a Dex reflex save in order to pass.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll take 1d6 bludgeoning damage and be
Okay.
knocked prone.
Now, who all is this going to get? It's probably going to be the people in front of you, or is Drosk?
It's going to be the people in front of me, so it's up to 10 feet in front of me.
Is
So
it 10
everything,
foot square or 10 foot line, or what is it?
it just says area, range, 10 foot,
It's a 5-foot diameter.
5 foot
So-
diameter.
So it's on one individual then.
Okay, so one on,
Okay.
yes,
Okay, so this will be for the number 3 half orc.
yes.
12.
12 fails.
Okay.
Nice.
So you are going to take 1d6. Oh, max damage 6, and you're knocked prone.
Okay. Remind me that he's down, because I'll
Okay.
probably forget. I'm going to put like a little.
That's orc 3, right?
Yes, that's orc number 3. Heinrich looks at you, Stabby, and says, "This will be your last chance to apologize to the Baroness. What do you say, half man?"
What if I don't apologize, old man?
That's all I have to hear from you. And he goes to put his hand upon you.
Fumble. Show me where he touched you.
18 hit your AC.
That's a hit.
As you feel these bolts of these lightning essence going through your body for 11 points of damage. You should have listened to me. There will be no more quarter given for you. You should know this. That is not the way we do things in Belheim. Of the orcs, one of them is actually going to stand up on his turn. The other 2 begin to move towards Vallidyr. And they're within range. They each raise these swords up first sword will be, gotta see that real quick, 15. Is that a nod of yes?
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get back to my
The second one
screen.
misses for 9 points of damage. Max damage, by the way. 6 points on the die. Warren, you see all hell break loose. By the way, that one guy stood up, and he's actually going to hold his turn on you. What would you like to do, Warren?
How far away am I?
I'm imagining you probably moved within 60 feet of what was going on.
Okay.
So at least give you the double move to get up there. I don't think you wanted to be any closer than that.
No.
So-
Not at all.
But that brings you into the range of doing a lot of your hocus pocus from a distance, too.
Oh, there will be hocus pocus. So I
And just so you know, you're not able to see really what's going on in the tree line between Stubby and Heinrich.
I probably am, because they're on like the opposite side of this whole foray. I'm assuming I'm probably not even aware that stuff is going on. I just saw the bolt leave the tree line and strike the war ape.
Okay.
So, question: are the 3 orcs, the 3 stooges, and the war ape, are they all within about 10 feet of each other?
2 of the orcs and the war ape would be in a 10-foot square. The 3rd orc would be outside of that. Or you could get the 2 and not the other orc and the ape, or you could get the 2 orcs
I can
and
get
ape.
3 out of the 4 targets.
You can get 3 out of the 4.
Okay, that's good enough for me. So, there is Warren is just going to just bring his hands out to his side, and in what appears to be a slower motion than it actually is, just brings his hands together in a clap, and the air ruptures in the space around the orcs and the war ape, and then expands and contracts again as I cast a shatter spell.
Nice.
Oh.
So it is going to get the war ape and the 2 orcs that are engaged with Vallidyr. And so they need to make Constitution saves.
Oh, con saves. Okay, this is for the
Which
first.
I admit they're probably good at, but
Well, here's the con for the first half orc. Rolled a 1. Immediately takes.
Nice.
Second one. Rolls an 18. That's going to pass. And for the war ape, 5.
okay. So the orc that failed and the war ape take 19 points of thunder damage. The one that saved takes 9 points of thunder damage.
Takes 9. Okay.
Takes 9.
Alrighty.
And then I would like to use my movement to move back probably. I'll use my movement to move back my full movement, so 30 feet.
Okay, so as you cast this shatter spell, sorry, my chair's leaking down in all the excitement. As you cast this shatter spell, you see one of the guys, one of the half orcs kind of rumble. You see the war ape rumble, and you see the other half orc, basically his bones just start to shatter and burst through his flesh as he just crumples into a heap. And coincidentally, that was the one that Vallidyr had actually engaged with. By the way, how big was this area of effect?
It's a 10-foot radius.
Okay. I just want to make sure that Vallidyr wasn't in it also. So, because he's
yeah.
toe-to-toe with those individuals.
Right.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Drosk looks at you, Dempsey. You fight with no honor, boy. And I can abide by that because I'm going to give you no quarter either. And he brings his great axe down twice. 15 on the die.
Wait. So is that a hit?
Well,
Because if it misses, I'd like to repost.
okay. 21 to hit.
That's going to hit.
What about 27 to hit? That going to hit too?
That actually doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well, let me reconfigure my arithmetic here.
Yeah, that is.
Crack die, which you're going to like that. For 22 points of damage as this thing comes across. Last chance to take my hand, boy. In the bloodshed now. He's looking down at you. Dempsey, what would you like to do?
Never. So I'm gonna use my second wind as my bonus action. So that's gonna be 1d10 flutter level. Nice. So I get all that damage back. And he just looks in that slash that he made. I think with Drosk's strength, he's used to just crushing people. And like with the hit that he normally would have done, he would have seen like bones coming out. But for whatever reason, with this new strength that Dempsey has, it's like not doing as much damage as he thinks.
And he's surprisingly wiry for a big dude, but you could see it in his eyes that he's amazed that you're taking these blows. He's used to fighting you hand to hand, and he lost obviously last time because he was so still hung over from the night before. It was probably more of a shock that she even showed up. But
I'm actually going to try a menacing attack.
All right, well, let's have it.
First. Okay, so that's a 14 on the die. That's going to be 19.
That's going to hit.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
One. DC what?
DC 13. Come on, baby.
18 on the die.
Fuck me. All right. So then he attacks second time.
I intend to, boy, with this great axe.
Mm-hmm. That's all I got. So he's swing and a miss, but he got his hit points back. I'll never join you, Drosk.
So this whole thing is just starting to get visceral on this field. Meanwhile, in the trees, Stubby, you see Heinrich, who doesn't appear to be as old and frail as you remember him being back at the Baroness's manor. What would you like to do, Stubby?
What's his distance to me? He's got to be touch.
Yeah, he's
right?
point blank. You guys are like
Making out in the bushes over there.
I am going to, because last hurrah. Hold on one sec. I'm just looking to see what the web spell. Wand of web. I'm going to use my wand of web on Heinrich. Try to tie him up so I can move away.
Does that have any disadvantage to being point blank like that with a ranged weapon like that, or no?
No, it's a 20-foot cube from the front of the wand. So
Okay.
he would be consumed within a 20-foot cube.
There's like a feedback. I don't know if that's okay. What do I need to do? Make a deck save?
You need to make a DC save. It looks like it's Dex.
Dex. Very good.
Yep.
16.
You 15 was the
Yeah, I rolled a 15. You see him nimbly, like, bloop, bloop, as this thing just spews into the woods. It's like, oh, right. Well, I guess you couldn't hold your load for long. Too bad you missed the mark
I
again.
was just waiting for someone.
So I'm gonna
Anyway.
use my cunning action just to disengage from him.
Yes, you can run like a coward, little man, half man, not all man.
He's really just pushing it, man.
He does not like me. I wonder why.
I don't know. I can't.
Maybe he and the
imagine
Baroness
why.
has a little side thing going.
From the field, you hear this from this war ape as it reaches down and grabs this large rock off the ground. Looks around, sees you, Vallidyr, and just from 10 feet away hucks this rock at you. It's probably going to miss 12 to hit.
12 misses.
12 misses as you see this rock just explode into the ground, and then it runs up to you and tries to hit you with one of its male fists. Not the female, but the male one. That one's probably going to hit you with 20.
20 will hit.
20 will hit.
These dice rolls. Jeez.
Yeah.
Here's for 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As it just screams right in your face. Vallidyr, what would you like to do in response to this fucking ape? This just feral looking animal.
There's no one else on.
To help?
No, next to me because the war ape moved up.
He moved up, but you still have another half orc. The one that had originally stood up to hold his turn is in pieces thanks to Warren. So you've got one half orc, you got the ape right in front of you, and the other half orc is right next to Drosk, waiting to see what he's going to do. But what are you going to do?
I am going to take my scimitars out, raise them above my head, smack them a few times, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, and cast Shatter
Shatter.
right on the war ape. So actually, I'll put it behind him because it's a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So that would leave me out. So have him make a con save.
Con save. You guys love that shatter, don't you? 17.
17 will pass. Damn it.
You see it kind of ride this wave as the ground and the air just kind of starts to undulate. Makes his hair kind of stand up on end. You gonna stay there, Vallidyr?
Well, he still takes some damage.
Does he take some damage?
Mm-hmm.
Takes half, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He takes half
Okay.
damage.
So the war ape will take 6 points of damage.
6 points. You see some of his teeth begin to chip and shatter in the wave of it as it yells at you even more. Where am I at? Heinrich looks at you, Stubby, as you slowly pull away, and he says, "That's okay, my friend. You can go as far as you want. But you made the bed you're going to bury it in. You should have stayed. You should have apologized to the Baroness, you know. What shall I..." And you see him hold out his hand as this orbs begin to formulate in his hand, and he releases this black chromatic orb at you.
Dude's freaking pimp hand.
And it completely goes, I'm assuming 12 misses you.
It does.
Sails right by you. Says, "Well, it looks like you're going to be a little more difficult. Perhaps I'll use my full repertoire of spells against you
He has to put a little baby powder on his pimp hand next time.
on my next turn." He actually backs up away from you another 10 feet. So he opens the distance up. How far back did you go? 5 feet? Is that what you-
I just disengaged enough
he-
to get out of
So
opportunity.
he gives us about a 15-foot different distance between one another at this point.
And I would have backed up towards the road.
Okay, I see. But I think with the distance, you probably have like another 10 feet to get to the road.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just
I'm
towards
just
the road.
assuming you're going in that direction, right?
Yep,
Okay.
correct.
The other half orcs look at you, Vallidyr. They still don't engage with Dempsey yet. And they realize that, how far away are you from me, Warren? From the whole
At
group?
this point, 90 feet.
90 feet? Okay, so it wouldn't do them any good to use their innate ability to do what they would do. Good move, by the way. Sorry, Vallidyr, but you're the only one. So the first half orc swings down with his sword upon you, misses the second one. That's going to miss too, unless you have 11 for AC. But they do get close to you. They're basically surrounding you at this point. Warren, from your 90-foot vantage point, what would you like to do?
I'm just going to start lobbing Eldritch bolts. The biggest target is probably going to be the War Ape, and
Now he's
Vallidyr.
behind everybody.
The War
So
Ape?
yes, he's like
Okay.
at the very back of it.
Okay.
You still got Dempsey, Drosk, Vallidyr, the two half orcs, and then the War Ape is pretty close to Vallidyr, but you could probably fire through Vallidyr provided you don't have a crit fail. But go for it.
Okay. So the war ape doesn't have cover. There's just targets, kind of basic.
Right in front of him.
Okay.
Yes.
That is not a critical one. Comes out to a total of 17 to hit.
17. That's going to hit.
So the war ape takes 14 points of force damage and 2 points of fire damage.
You see him completely rocked, hair singed on fire. Actually starts. He looks like he's not having his best Monday.
I mean, he obviously didn't get the day off.
No, he didn't, and he's probably going to have the rest of the week and life off if that keeps up like that. Drosk looks at this bolt sail past him, looks over his shoulder, and says, "Dempsey, you're a coward. This should have just been between you and me. Call off your dogs. Settle this with me."
It's you and me. We're the only two hitting each other here. I haven't hit anybody else.
Well, save some
Yeah, then hit
lovin'
one of
for
them.
me, dog. As he brings out
I loved you. We were brothers, Drosk.
great ass. Misses with the first swing.
Keep that
And the
ass away from
second
me,
swing
son.
is probably going to miss also with a 12.
Can I repost?
Yes, please.
Okay, I will repost this time. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. And he fucking misses. That's a 5.
Come on.
So
I'm here. I gave you a free shot.
the axe
still
comes
got it.
over and he goes for like a hit on his face and it just, no, nothing.
Oh, I'll give it to you though, Dempsey. You're faster than your brother ever was. And faster than your father ever used to be.
Will Smith his ass. Keep my father's name out of your mouth.
Well, you got to have more than a comeback. What are you going to do, Dempsey?
All right, going for 2 attacks, and I think I'm going to use my action surge on this one. So first one, this is going to be a. All right. Okay, so that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Good hit.
Dirty 20.
Good hit.
Oh, max damage, motherfucker. That's 13. Second attack. Hard 20, motherfucker.
Oh, the hard 20.
Hard 20, motherfucker.
Right in, guys. Right
Back
into the
this shit
show.
up.
Get a
Come
couple
on.
dice.
All right. So that would be a 15. And I'm going to add my, I'm going to make that a precision just to make sure it hits his ass. So 23. So I back it up.
All right. Good job. Damage. Give me
All
some
right.
damage.
All right, you motherfucker. So on that one, it's 8 doubled. So 16 damage.
All right.
And then because I'm using action surge, I got 1 more attack.
Oh, give it to him.
So it's just
Come
like
on.
a punch comes in, and then he comes in with the knee, and the knee is just nasty right in the solar
So
plexus.
this is all
That's the
just
crit.
hand to hand, huh?
Yeah, and he's got the
using his
shield
hand.
up.
He's got this great axe, and you're just doing your shit. I
He
love
comes
it.
back, and it's going to be an elbow to the side of his face on the back end. Come on, come on, come on. No, that didn't do it. That's an 11.
No.
Okay.
You graze his tusk. Arrgh. Stubby. You. Heinrich. Almost like an old Japanese showdown in this forest as everything else is going on around you. Well, where are you going to go that you don't think that I will find you? The honor to the house is everything to me and my family. There's no place you can go that I won't find you. Even should you kill me, it won't matter. Do something, little one. Do something. Don't make me burp you, little one.
I'm going to expend, or at least attempt to expend my last charge of Wand of Web.
Okay. What was that again? Con
It's a
save?
15 dex.
Dex.
Come on.
15 on the die. You want to see it?
No,
Do you want to see
no,
it?
no.
So,
Okay, so I'm gonna use my cunning action, and I'm going to take my movement 50 feet because I get double towards the ruins.
okay. The war ape is right next to Vallidyr. You see this thing is. It definitely looks like he's on his last hours, but he doesn't want to go out without blood on his fists. And he comes at you, Vallidyr. First attack. 1. I'll address that in a moment.
Homblay.
Second attack, 15 on the die, so that's actually going to hit. It is for 9 points of damage. And I'm going to address, I need to make a dex save for him. For 9, fails. And you see with that first hit, that with all the blood loss, that mailed gauntlet actually slides off his hand and lands out into the field somewhere. In fact, I'll tell you how far. It lands to the southwest for 20 feet away from him.
So, in inquiring minds, what does that mean?
As far as what happened,
Yeah, does that mean like his AC goes down, or did he like
no,
lose
no,
his weapon?
the damage with that hand will go
Mhm.
down now.
Okay.
So, as he reeled back, it slipped off his hand behind him and went to the southwest for 20 feet. You could just and go sailing, and it comes in with the other one. And of course, now he's got a bear hand or an ape hand and another mailed hand.
That
Is it
other orc
Michael
isn't
Jackson?
behind him, is it?
What's that?
That other orc isn't behind him, is it?
No, it's not. It's right
Damn.
beside. Vallidyr, what would you like to do that you see this thing just
I mean, me and this war ape are toe to toe, so going to attack with my scimitar.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, wait, what happened? That is a fucking 20, right? Yeah, it's a hard 20.
Oh, baby, that's
20.
All right, Warren.
Hit with your other
Alright.
attack, too. Give me your other
Alright.
attack.
My other attack is going to be 21.
21. Both those. Tell me what you do to this war ape. Describe for me how you eviscerate this beast. Because he had only had 1 hit point left.
Of course, I had to hit it with the hardest hit. At that point, I am just going straight chop down one arm, and then with my upswing, chopping off the head.
And you just see momentarily as the head hits the ground, the eyes kind of blink out of sync and they just roll up. Lights out. Flip this off switch. Let's get this guy out of here.
And as a bonus action, I actually do want to expend one of my bardic inspirations to Dempsey.
Yay. What is that, like a D6 to attack rolls or something?
I'll send it to you. It's a D6 for 10 minutes to attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws.
Thank you.
Just to clarify, it is 1d6 that you can use within the next 10 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else,
And-
Vallidyr?
And you can use it after you roll the d20, but before you actually hear the results. So if you're like, that's not great, I'm gonna spend my inspiration on this, you can boost it a little.
Okay.
Good deal.
Nice.
Anything else, Vallidyr?
No, that would be it for now.
Stubby, as you're running away, you see Heinrich raise both hands, and you see 2 similar orbs sail out towards you. Please kiss these fucking things. 16 and 17 on the dice. Both of those are going to hit. For the first one, that was pretty weak. 7 points. For the second one, 13. And he stays in the tree line.
So when Stebby gets hit by that second orb, he just falls forward and lands right on his face, and he's out. He's done.
You see, if you were to look back, you'd see Heinrich just worked over at having done what he's done. But he doesn't leave the tree line. He actually waits to see if you get up off the ground.
No, I'm not getting up.
No, I'm looking to see who's next. So we have two orcs, two half orcs. One of them goes to address you, Vallidyr. First attack will miss. The second one actually moves like he's going to move towards Dempsey. And you see Drosk. You stay out of this, you honorless cur. And then he re-angles back towards you, Vallidyr. For, I gotta find this shit. Sorry, guys. 18 to hit. For 4 points of damage. Couldn't have rolled lower than that if it had been a penny. Warren. Far
Okay.
away.
So
You're watching people fall.
Right. So I'm assuming at this point I've seen Stabby exit the tree line, run, and then things have hit him and he has fallen.
Yes. You also witnessed the demise of the war ape. You witnessed the demise of one of the half orcs that you yourself had shattered.
Mm-hmm.
You see that there's still two other half orcs that are engaged with Vallidyr. You see Drosk and Dempsey still going at it.
Okay. I am going to fire an Eldritch Bolt at one of the half orcs that is engaged with Vallidyr.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
That will hit. Now tell me which one you want to hit, number 1 or number 2?
Whichever one is closest to me. So, like, I kind
They're
of
both
imagine this.
equidistant on a tangent.
Okay.
And they're both right next to Vallidyr. So flip coin, roll
Let's
die, don't
do even. Let's see. 1, 2 is 1. So we're hitting half orc 1.
Okay.
And he takes 13 points of force damage and 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Just like, I kind of just imagine this like bolt of force is just impacting him like on his side, just like he probably feels a couple of his ribs crack. And then following that, I'm going to move 30 feet my movement, and I'm going to kind of like strafe around the area towards the woods, basically to the south of where I am now,
Okay.
while keeping roughly the same amount of distance between the combat with Vallidyr and Dempsey and Drosk and them.
Okay. Drosk and Dempsey. Drosk. It's been like this for a while, boy. Are you getting tired yet?
Do it all day.
It's gonna
Does he
happen.
look like he's taking any damage? I just have to know.
He's taken quite a bit. He's basically given as good as he's got, because it seems like you guys are kind of going back and forth with a lot of stuff. But he hasn't done a lot of the stuff that you've done to help accentuate your time on Earth. He's just, you can tell he's an old school fighter. Doesn't believe in chugging, doesn't believe in any of that stuff. He'll go toe to toe till he basically drops. Whether it's at the bar or it's in a ring, it's the same thing. He's just.
It's just like a freight train.
Yeah,
Just gonna
he's
keep moving.
Yeah, he's got one direction and one speed, forward and full speed ahead. The hard 20.
I'm gonna use my gold to bloom. Roll it
Yeah.
again.
Ooh, all right, let me re-roll that.
That is a good use.
Roll a 15 on the die, so that already is going to hit you. So the first one hit you. I don't think the second one is going to hit you though. 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay, does not hit. But at least you got out of that max damage. So, oh fuck, that's pathetic. 6 points of damage.
And I will use my repost on that.
On the second one? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just log some damage. Okay. Battle axe comes down, slides to the left, and just boom, right cross up to the face. Fuck me. All right. And he misses.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry, FSU dice, you're getting replaced.
No, it's okay. Dempsey, it's your turn now.
Okay.
So keep it going all day long.
Misses, and he's just getting mad now. But the watching Vallidyr slice this guy up and the music going. First attack is going to be a 15.
Miss.
Doesn't do it? Okay. Bonus action. Oh, no, that's a 9. Add the inspiration.
Are you going to add the inspiration?
I'm going to be honest and say yes, but I shouldn't have because I don't know math. So I missed both.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 swings, 2 misses.
Stubby, make your first death save.
Boy.
How far away from the tree line are you, by the way?
50 feet.
50 feet? Okay.
Well, whatever the distance is from the tree line to the, what's the distance between the tree line and the road?
40 feet.
Oh, then I'm right at the road.
Okay.
First was a 7.
Fail.
First failure. Boom.
Vallidyr.
I got 2 of them on top of me,
I have a
right?
question. I'm sorry. Does that inspiration only went to Dempsey, not to your whole crew, right?
It only went to Dempsey, yes.
Okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
All right. I'm on. There's 2 orcs on top of me, correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm actually going to.
Old school dance off.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna attack orc. I guess it'd be number 1 is to the left of me. They're both like toe to toe, right?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. First attack. Come on, baby. Is a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. Second. Come on, baby. Is a non-natural 20.
That's gonna hit.
Third
That's all on
A.
number 1, right?
That's on number 1.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Something good. He's going to take 5 points of damage.
What kind of damage is that?
Slashing damage.
Slashing. Describe for me how you annihilate orc number 1.
Orc number 1, same thing, going to the torso. First slash misses, and then on the return slash, I managed to nick his carotid artery on his neck.
And you see him just crumple, bleed out what little blood he still had left in his body, and just fall to the ground. From the tree line, you see this fire bolt leave the tree line towards your prone body, Stubby.
Jeez. There's laws against that.
Strikes the ground next to you,
Nice.
missing. Here's some rustling along the tree line a little bit. The other half orc looks at you, Vallidyr. I don't like your music.
It's too loud.
It's true love. Killed my friend, and you're probably going to kill me too, because I just missed. As he tries to attack you, but of course, he's having a bad day too. Trying to make a decision here. He stands. Doesn't want to leave. Doesn't want to leave his boss. He probably knows that the punishment would be worse than death. Warren, what would you like to do from?
So I just saw that bolt of fire leave the tree line. So I'm going to make for the tree line and move 30 feet towards it to see if I can see where it came from.
Okay. So you were 90 feet away from the crew, and you're going into the tree line at that point?
Right. So
Okay.
I was 90 feet away from the crew along the road from the bridge. And then, so last turn I moved 30 feet south, like circling towards the trees.
Okay. So now you're in the you're not quite in the tree line then. If you went back
Okay.
to the bridge, did you
No,
go back to
no,
the
no.
bridge or no? Okay.
No.
Okay, so we'll just say that you duck in right at the pinnacle point of where that tree
Okay.
line is at.
Can I see the source of that firebolt?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. That is. Nope, that's a total of a 3.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, so I've only moved 30 feet. I'm going to take my action then and fire my Eldritch Blast at a target I can see, namely the last half orc engaged with Vallidyr.
So you don't want to engage with Drosk then? You're just going to leave those two doing their
Oh,
thing?
no.
Got this, baby.
Those two are.
Just say,
They're
"I
well
got this,
entertained."
bitch." Jesus.
Eventually, we're just gonna shake hands and be like, "Good job," and I'll be like, "I've
Right.
always liked you."
Oh, that's a hard 20.
Oh,
Yes!
Hell yeah.
That's like Captain Planet. All of us had a 20.
Dude, this
Right?
whole episode has had like 5 or 6 hard 20s, man. That's crazy. Chris, you were the first one. Right in. Get a die. Mention who was the first guy. I just told you who it was. Right in. I'll send you out a D20.
That's actually a little kind of crappy for the damage, unfortunately. That's only 12 points of force damage for a crit.
Only.
And
Which
an
is
additional.
which is enough.
Is it? Okay.
Is enough. So with your force damage,
Thunder.
just basically blast this half orc to pieces. By the way, write in at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com, and I will send you that hard 20. So don't forget. I keep saying, write in. I gotta tell you where to write in. For fuck's sake.
And that is my turn.
Okay.
Actually, before my turn ends, I will yell to Vallidyr, go, find Stabby, help him.
We lost the little one.
Again,
I thought he was invisible.
Drosk to Dempsey. No longer dialoguing with you.
Oh man,
You know
No
that's
longer.
bad.
No longer doing much of anything.
I had him monologuing for a minute.
He did. Monologue solo, though. He wasn't basically telling you his grand scheme of how to blow up the volcano and overthrow the planet. No, he was just trying to get you, as an uncle would get his nephew back.
Yeah.
First attack, stoically, 14 on the die. That's going to probably hit with a 20.
Yep.
Second one, 15.
15 total.
Yeah.
Nope, just one hit.
Okay, let's roll out that damage first.
Quit trying to burn
Oh,
Reynolds, my mother.
Jesus. Shitty die. 6 points of damage. These weak fucking rules. You want to riposte that? Do you have any more superior die to riposte?
He used all my finesse at this point. I got nothing else. I'm just gonna be dirty. The way I like it.
Everybody's just kind of. Dempsey, what would you like to do?
Drink a cup of coffee and go have a cigarette. That's an 11. Second hit is a 20.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Baby, let's do this. All right, so that's 11 points of damage.
Oh.
Uppercut right into the chin. Chink.
You actually see one of his tusks break off, right at
Yes.
the gum line. Seems to be leaning a little more heavy on that axe. Stabby, make another death save.
We have to. Oh, 10. Saved it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got one good, one bad. Vallidyr.
Vallidyr, perception check to see if I could find Stabby.
Okay.
Oh, that's not looking good.
Make it with advantage. The grass
Okay.
isn't that high, but he is that small.
But he is tiny.
I just looked.
All right,
at
with
the
advantage is 22.
Sometimes it's good to be a
You see
halfling.
him, he's laying partially in the grass. He's probably about 40 feet away from you, but close to the road, just laying down there.
I am going to run over there. Can I use double movement to get there?
You could double move, but you can't do anything else once you do that.
Yeah, either way, I can't reach him. So, yeah, I'll double move to where he's at.
Did you make it?
Yes.
Okay. One more time from the tree line, you see this firebolt come out. To Stibby. Fuck. Fuck you, die. Misses. That die is in the timeout corner.
If we survive this, I got an idea on how you can go kill her in the middle of the night. Just go in there as Heinrich.
Make a perception check, Vallidyr.
17.
17. It doesn't look like this one came out of the same location as the last one that fired at Stubby's prone body. It looks like it's more to the east. So
Okay. I think this is Validyr's first time seeing an arrow getting launched down that way.
it wasn't an arrow. It was more like well, basically what it is, a firebolt.
Oh.
Warren.
I'm gonna move further into the trees in the direction that I saw the firebolt come from. I'm gonna move 30 feet.
Okay.
And can I see the source, the person lobbing them?
Make another perception check.
Frickin' another 3.
That would be no.
In that case, I'm going to use my action to dash and move another 30 feet in.
Okay.
To the woods.
Deeper into the
And
woods?
then-
Okay.
Yep. And then in the direction where I'm seeing the firebolts launch from.
Okay.
And that is my action.
Drosk. To Dempsey. All you had to do was get in line, boy. That's all you had to do. You just remember you're the one that didn't fight fair. In the rink that day.
The old Drosk.
Shouldn't even been you, boy. Should have been your brother. He's just one track, one mind. Everything to him is a nail. You know, when you're a hammer, everything's a nail. Comes out of the chute. Double fours.
Yay. Whenever you're ready to stop, old man.
I can't.
Ready to go back to the street of Almas.
You know I can't. Make it clean. Do me the honor of making it clean.
All right, I'm gonna fuck him up. That's a 1.
Ooh, make
Yeah.
it.
Came back with a 14. That would have been a total of a 19. Does that
So
mean
the
I
first
do-
one misses. Make a dex save.
Okay.
And because you're unarmed, it'll depend whether or not you wind up on a knee.
That would be 13.
That will be a fail. So actually, you're getting tired too. You go to a knee.
So can I punch him in the balls with my with the attack?
Your
that hit?
mouth.
And provide
Hey,
your next-
hey,
maybe
if
on
you're
your
in
next turn,
prison
if
and
you will.
somebody's trying to make you, you know, give the old Arabian goggles, you attack with what you got.
Punch your own jaw.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's 12 points of damage. In the nards.
You think you got him in the nards. But you actually aimed a little higher with that uppercut. And no doubt it did some internal damage. You see him drop his great axe. Actually go to a knee. You just see the light in his eye dimming fast. He puts a hand out to you. He's, I always wanted the best for you, boy. I was always hoping we could run it together. Your brother was a bomb, but you. Tell your mom I said hi. And he just peels out right there.
Thanks, Biff.
You see
Drop him into a
Drosk
big thing of manure.
take a dive right there.
Wow.
You did.
Stabby. Make another death save.
Okay, here's so I rolled a 1,
Oh no.
but with halfling luck, I get
Yes,
to re-roll
baby.
this.
Fucking halfling.
Natural
Bullshit.
20.
God, I hate that shit. That should have been banned.
It was a 3, so
Still could have been so good. Valid.
have been a contender.
Vallidyr, quick perception in the woods to see if I could see where the firebolt came from.
Make it.
Non-natural 20.
You know that it's dark in there, but not like looking into dark vision. It's just shadowy light coming in from the top and stuff. You think you might see something? Could be a branch, could be a deer, probably not. Could be a human form, but it looks like it's probably about 60 feet to the southwest in the tree line. But
Do I see Warren out there as well, or
No, Warren's still to the southwest of the tree line. He's probably about another 30 feet to the west of where you are. If you were to draw a line straight down from where you are in the field down to the woods, he's probably another 30 feet to the west of that perpendicular line.
all right? I will attempt to do a medicine check on Stebby and try to stabilize him.
Okay.
Come on, baby. That's gonna be a fail. 5.
Okay. From the tree line, see one more. Come on. 19?
19 will hit.
Not you.
Oh,
And that is
That's-
the end of Stabby.
Is
That's
the
it.
end of episode 51.
Ooh.
See you guys next session.
oh.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, leave us that 5-star rating and review. We've also got a YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20, so if you're into watching, head on over there and hit that like bell, and don't forget to subscribe. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to check us out and look for us out there. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com, or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can also download the current show directly and view our archives and galleries. We got a lot of interesting stuff posted there, so head on over. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next session, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.